In the VIP suite of the Azure, an upscale fusion restaurant, I was humiliated, dressed in a ridiculous frog mascot costume, dancing mechanically to entertain the circle of wealthy guests before me. Kiss here. Give us a real French kiss. Truly the prom king and queen of our year. Amidst the cheers, my daughter stepped forward, snatched the bouquet of roses from my gloved hands, and handed them to the man standing next to her. Daddy Julian, go on, Mommy is waiting. Julian Black pushed up his gold-rimmed glasses, exuding a refined, gentlemanly aura. He patted my daughter's head, took the roses, and walked soulfully toward my wife. Vicky, happy birthday. Victoria Sterling looked blissful, her eyes swimming with affection. The moment she took the roses, she threw herself into Julian's arms. They gazed at each other like star-crossed, lovers reunited after lifetimes of separation. My gaze filtered through the narrow mesh of the frog mask, watched my wife, inches away, kissing another man. God, how much had she suffered? A single tear of beauty slid silently down her cheek, and Julian, not missing a beat, kissed the tear away. Vicky, it's my fault. If I hadn't gone to Silicon Valley for that research project all those years ago, I would have been the one watching you walk down the aisle. Julian, how can I blame you? You were contributing to science, to the future. Now, I only want to contribute to you. To me, Victoria's eyes welled up again, her delicate frame collapsing entirely into Julian's embrace. Oh my God, so romantic. It's like The Notebook. My mommy and daddy Julian are born for each other. I saw it all. I heard it all. The memories of the past, the love I held, instantly turned to ash. 7 years of marriage, over 2,500 days of companionship. You said you wanted simple happiness, but it turns out everything was a lie. My name is David Miller, a lecturer at Columbia University. I've been married for 7 years to my wife, Victoria Sterling, and we have a daughter named Lily. Right now, I'm sitting on the living room sofa, staring at the family portrait on the table. It was taken when our daughter was 1 year old. A reshoot, Victoria demanded. Lily looked confused, Victoria in her wedding dress looked indifferent, and I was the only one grinning like an idiot, looking happy. But now that smile feels blindingly ironic, and my whole existence feels like a bad joke. 10 minutes ago, after witnessing Victoria kiss another man and my daughter calling him daddy, I returned home, soul-crushed. As soon as I walked in, a stranger added me on a messaging app. Once I accepted, a stream of earth-shattering photos flooded in. Not just photos of Victoria and Julian kissing at the birthday party, but pictures of them in a hotel room, sharing a bed. The one I couldn't stomach was a family portrait, almost identical to the one in my living room. I say almost because in that photo, I had been replaced by Julian. Victoria, usually the ice queen, was leaning sweetly on Julian's shoulder, wearing the custom wedding dress I bought, holding the daughter I raised for 6 years, smiling brilliantly. I remember that day. After the shoot, Victoria claimed she had a stomachache and sent me to drive home to get her medicine. Over an hour later, when I returned to the studio, she and Lily were gone. When I called, she berated me, saying she went to the hospital herself. I felt so guilty then, but when I asked which hospital, she hung up. She didn't come back until late that night, claiming she was unwell, refusing to let me touch her for days. The happiest day of my life apparently didn't belong to me. My phone pinged. New message. David, you're just a placeholder. Vicky has always loved me. She gave me $1 million Patek Philippe for her birthday today. Now you know my weight in her heart. Now that I'm back, be smart and leave. A poor teacher doesn't deserve a successful woman like Vicky. I knew it was Julian, and he was right. Victoria was successful. After college, she started her own company, Sterling Beauty, and after 7 years of struggle, she was a renowned entrepreneur in New York. To the public, she was an intellectual, elegant CEO. I was just a nameless teacher. We rarely appeared together. Rumors always circulated that Victoria was single and her daughter adopted, or that she was a widow loyal to her late husband. Several times I wanted to appear with her to dispel the rumors, but she always had excuses. This is a high-level investor meeting. You wouldn't fit in. It's an internal celebration. It's a team-building trip. Honey, you can't get time off. Memories hit me like a tidal wave, then pierced like a spike. I dug out a pack of cigarettes I'd hidden for ages and inhaled deeply. The acrid smoke made my heart feel like it was cracking open. Victoria, maybe you really do wish you were single. Or maybe you wish you were a widow. The phone kept pinging. Julian was like a victorious general, sending more couple goals content. I swiped the screen and exited the app. Then I opened my social media and shared a song. The thrill is gone. The love you gave me was charity, never as much as you gave him. I took off my wedding ring, threw in the trash, walked into the study, and pulled out my dusty suitcase. I had just wiped the suitcase clean when the phone rang again. The uncontrollable rage I felt dissipated the moment I saw the caller ID. Elena Vance, my student. Elena. Professor Miller, can you really not make it? This morning, Elena had called, saying the class of 18 was holding a reunion tonight and hoped I could attend. At the time, I was trying on a frog suit, planning to crash Victoria's birthday party. Victoria hadn't invited me, claiming it was a small gathering thrown by business partners, strictly women only. So I planned to show up anonymously to surprise her. Well, she certainly surprised me. Professor Miller? Are you listening? Elena, I can come. Really? You guys keep it down. Elena's voice was excited on the other end. We're the Vortex Club. Professor, I'll send a car for you. No need, I'll drive myself. Teaching at Columbia wasn't my original intention. My mentor was leading a project on a new type of motor coolant and begged me to join his team. I agreed, but the real reason was that Victoria wanted to stay in the city. On the drive, snippets of past happiness played like a film reel in my mind. The most precious frame was Victoria boldly proposing to me in front of the library. Hearing the crowd chant, "Say yes, say yes," my mind went blank. Happiness came too suddenly. I had chased her for 4 years in college. She was always distant, neither hot nor cold. She never showed gratitude for my care, nor did she explicitly reject me. Our meeting was dramatic. During freshman orientation, I was randomly assigned as a squad leader because of my height. Victoria twisted her ankle during a run, and naturally, I carried her to the infirmary. That encounter planted the seed of love. As college life unfolded, our differences became glaring. I was a standard scholarship kid, getting into Columbia through desperate hard work. My humble background filled me with insecurity, so I just kept grinding, grades, competitions, papers. Victoria was different. She was an art major, wealthy family, beautiful. She quickly became the campus queen. For a long time, I just admired her from afar, loving her radiance. Because love is sacrifice. I sacrificed the best years of my youth. In the end, I was just a fallback guy, the simp. The Vortex Club was one of the highest-end entertainment venues in the city. I'd heard of it, but never went. My salary couldn't support spending here. Elena. Professor. Not just Elena, but Leo, Carter, and a few other students swarmed over warmly. Then a girl with exquisite makeup rushed over, pushed the guys aside, pulled me onto the sofa, and bossed the others. Back off! Give him space! The group roared with laughter. Elena. What? Not happy to see me. You're back in the States? Just got off the plane. Elena is Leo's sister, also a Columbia grad. When I was leading the coolant research, she interned in my lab. We got close. I was wary of Elena because our interactions sparked rumors of a teacher-student affair across campus. When Victoria heard, she stormed the school, threatening to destroy the shameless homewrecker. That was also the time Victoria left home for over a month. Looking back now, maybe she spent that month with Julian. After that incident, I considered resigning to protect the school's reputation and Elena's name. More importantly, I was terrified Victoria would hold a grudge. I wanted to avoid anything that hurt her. But when I handed in my resignation, I learned Elena had already gone abroad, leaving only a letter passed on by a colleague. The content was simple, a line of poetry and a sentence. If you don't meditate to kill the delusion, you must walk drunk and sing madly. David, don't live so tired. I glanced at Leo. He looked awkward. This wasn't a reunion. It was a welcome back party for Elena. I smiled helplessly. I'm happy. Elena, you're even more beautiful. Elena tilted her face up, looking at me provocatively. Is that the truth? Did your heart skip a beat? Heartbeat? I hadn't felt a flutter in a long time. Today, my silent heart had thoroughly died. Elena urged, say something. It skipped a beat. A blush quickly spread across Elena's cheeks. She hadn't expected me to say that. I regretted it as soon as the words left my mouth. It was largely a retaliatory psychology born of betrayal, very insincere. To cover it up, I raised my glass. To reunion. Cheers. Cheers. I downed it. The alcohol, spicy and bitter, burned from my throat to my stomach. I had quit drinking for 7 years because Victoria once said, I hate the smell of alcohol on men. Yet, she often came home drunk in the middle of the night, sometimes vomiting all over the floor. When I cared for her and told her not to drink, I'd get a scolding. If you were successful, why would I have to drink? Drinking is for business, for the company. Someone with no ambition like you shouldn't drink. I had no rebuttal, just a mix of bitter emotions. 10 days after Lily was born, Victoria was busy with the company, no time to breastfeed. I practically raised her on formula. For over a year, I shuttled between school and home. Finally, when Lily was 18 months old, we could afford a nanny. For the next few years, to solve Victoria's worries, I switched between professor and house husband, cutting off almost all social life. And the result? I put down a glass and saw a new message from Victoria. Hubby, the girls are having fun today. Lily, and I'll be back a bit later. Then I saw a comment from Victoria on the song I shared. This song is great, followed by a heart emoji. I turned off the screen and put down the phone. Elena saw this. What? Wifey checking in. No, just spam. Drink. You got it. 10 minutes earlier. Victoria picked up her phone, put it down, picked it up again. It had been 2 hours since she sent the message, and I hadn't replied. What's wrong with David? He hasn't replied to a single text. Usually, if I'm not home by 10, he's worried sick, calling at least a dozen times. Is his phone dead? Just then, a waiter entered the private room with drinks and a fruit platter. As the door opened, she saw a familiar figure. It was me, passing by, heading to the room Leo booked. David? Victoria stood up in shock. She took a step, but Julian grabbed her arm. Vicky, what's wrong? You look distracted. Julian, I think I saw David. No way. Would he come to a high-end place like this? Besides, he doesn't know you're here. I'm not mistaken. That gray jacket, I know it. Julian pulled Victoria into his arms with a little force, rubbing her chin with his finger, his gold glasses nearing her lips. That dirt-cheap jacket? Every construction worker wears that. Probably someone the club hired to fix a pipe. Really? Victoria hesitative. Her best friend Chloe chimed in coyly. Oh, you two stop showing off. It's too sweet. Madison, her other friend, leaned in dramatically. Julian, I'm quite a catch too, consider me. Victoria pushed her away, snuggling into Julian. Warning you, don't hit on Julian, or I'm canceling your bonuses. Madison laughed. Don't, Vicky. I'm joking. Chloe started chanting. Vicky, if you want us to back off, you have to defend your territory with action. Ow. A 30-second French kiss. Madison added, no, at least a minute. The others cheered, 2 minutes. No, 5. Julian took off his glasses gracefully, gazing deeply. Victoria felt herself falling into a pool of tenderness, her lips trembling. They entangled. The waiter set down the fruit. Little miss, here is your fruit salad. Wow, so pretty. As the waiter handed over a spoon, Madison grabbed him. I remember the Vortex has a contest system. Best singer gets a prize. The waiter pointed to the corner. Just turn on the device. It projects to the main screen. $1,000 a minute. Quick, set it up. People change in time, and time tests people's hearts. Professor, haven't seen you in years. You've become brooding. Leo clinked glasses with me, teasing. Haven't you guys changed too? I laughed. Mature, steady. I still remember Carter chasing a girl sophomore year, running shirtless on the track in winter. Damn, Professor, you haven't forgotten that embarrassment. Hard to forget. By the way, where's the girl? Carter waved his hand, a ring shining on his finger, looking proud. Married her. We fight all day, but we're happy. Happiness is what matters. Elena suddenly grabbed my hand, stunned. David, your ring. On my ring finger, only a band of pale skin remained. While I was thinking of how to explain, the large screen in the suite suddenly popped up with a live feed. Chloe. She was holding a microphone, declaring, Everyone, this is Suite 006. Tonight, we aren't competing in singing. We're competing in kissing. Passionate kiss for 1 minute. Come challenge us. The camera pans, showing Julian and Victoria making out intensely. Instantly, the small scoring screen on the public feed flooded with pink hearts. I watched coldly. Victoria's chest was heaving. The camera zoomed in, her cheeks flushed, their lips pressed tightly together. Wow, playing hard. Carter stared, unblinking. Shamalis, snid. Don't say that. Look how in love they are. Hey, Leo, should we enter? Get lost. Leo glanced at the screen, his face changing abruptly. He knew Victoria. Leo's father was the CEO of Vance Enterprises, a titan in the city. Years ago, to raise capital for Victoria's startup, I begged everyone I knew. Finally, it was Leo who stepped up, getting his dad to call the bank and secure a low-interest loan. Professor. I shook my head, signaling him to stay quiet, and extended my left hand. Leo saw the empty ring finger. Everything was understood without words. Elena sensed something was wrong and leaned in. Leo, what is it? Leo frowned deep. That woman. That's the professor's wife. What? I kept my head down, gripping the empty glass, my knuckles cracking, but my heart felt hollow. Victoria, is this what you meant by celebrating with the girls? Your way of celebrating is certainly special. 7 years of companionship, genuine sacrifice, Why cover it with such lies? If you don't love me, just say it. Elena whispered something to Leo. Leo looked unbelieving, but seeing Elena's firm expression, he gritted his teeth, turned, and walked toward the camera console in our room. A soft hand hooked around my neck. Without warning, warm lips pressed against mine. I couldn't speak, eyes wide, locking gazes with Elena. Her look was firm, passionate, allowing no refusal. At the same time, all the screens in the vortex switched to the feed of Elena and me kissing. Leo scanned the QR code, charged $10,000, and dominated the screen for 10 minutes. Elena's sudden attack was suffocating yet intoxicating. I couldn't remember what a kiss felt like. My reason remained. I tried to push her away, but Elena clung tighter, even biting my lip. Next to us, the students were cheering, oblivious to my burning anxiety. Inside Suite 006, as the public screen switched, gasps erupted. Someone actually accepted the challenge. That girl's figure is amazing. Whoa, 10 minutes of screen dominance. They're gonna pass out. Wait, Chloe pulled Madison, squinting at the screen. Does that guy look like David? Madison said. It really does look like him, but how could he be at a place like this? In a kissing contest? Impossible. No, that is David. Chloe turned, interrupting the makeout session. Vicky, look, the guy kissing the beauty on screen. Isn't that your husband? What? Victoria stood up. Just a second before the screen switched again, she caught a glimpse of a frame. Me pushing Elena away, my face fully exposed. Vicky, was it your husband? I didn't see clearly. Victoria was flustered. Even if it was, how would David appear on the public screen? I turned on the contest mode earlier, Chloe said nervously. So, the whole club saw us? Who gave you permission? Vicky, don't be mad. Chloe just wanted your happiness to be seen by more people. What if David sees it? Madison realized they went too far and comforted her. He won't. We must have been mistaken. David has no chance of getting into a high-end place like this. But Julian walked over, wrapping his arm around Victoria's waist. Vicky, relax. We just couldn't control our passion. Besides, what's a kiss between adults? David isn't that petty. He tried to kiss her again. No, David is my husband. I know his temper. If he finds out. Seeing Victoria's anxiety, the others were dismissive. Chloe sneered. So what if he knows? Vicky, David is a loser. Would he dare fight you? Madison added, Vicky, David is a soft rice man living off you. He hasn't helped with your business at all in years. Just gets in the way. I've never liked him. Julian is right. David is not only useless, but also a jealous control freak. Every time we stay out late, he calls nonstop. So annoying. That reminded Victoria. She grabbed her phone. No replies, no missed calls. David, you're going too far. Victoria had never experienced the cold shoulder treatment. She immediately dialed, ready to pour her anger onto me. The call didn't go through. Great, David, you dare not pick up. Julian stepped in smoothly. Forget it, Vicky. It's your birthday. Don't let an irrelevant person ruin everyone's fun. Victoria shook off Julian's hand. He looked awkward, while she felt uneasy, sensing something was wrong. Chloe, what room number was on the screen? Tell me. I remember it was Suite 008. Victoria slammed the door and rushed out, heading straight for 008. She didn't knock, just barged in. David, where are you? Come out. Inside, only Carter and a few male students remained. Seeing Victoria barge in, they frowned. Lady, pretty rude, aren't you? Where's my husband? Get him out here. Carter studied her, then laughed theatrically. Boys, look, isn't this the woman performing the makeout session on the big screen? Oh wow, it is. What, didn't get enough looking for men? Miss, I'm a good kisser. Want a battle? Victoria turned red with rage, grabbed a bottle of red wine from the table, and smashed it on the floor. Carter jumped. He didn't know Victoria, and his temper flared instantly. Are you sick? Crazy bitch. You're paying for that wine. Victoria was hysterical. You bunch of thugs. Where did you hide my husband? Your husband? Ha! Isn't he right behind you? Victoria started, turned around, shouting hubby, but saw Julian standing there. Julian pulled her into a hug. Victoria struggled free, looking around nervously. Carter sneered. Holy crap. Looks like he and your husband. Miss, are you here to cruise for affairs? You dare insult me? Who do you think you are? Dare to be arrogant again, and I'll slap you. What a piece of work. Julian adopted a white knight stance, holding Victoria's shoulder, sneering. Trash. My wife is the CEO of Sterling Beauty. You bunch of hillbillies pooling money for drinks. Don't push your luck. Julian, quiet. I really am the CEO of Sterling Beauty. Whoever tells me where my husband is, I'll give them $10,000. Ooh, female CEO? Carter feigned shock. That company that makes face masks? Heard of it. Got some cash, but not enough to flex here. Big talk, kid. Who are you? Me? Carter sat down leisurely. My dad is the CEO of Banks Corp. You guys, introduce yourselves to this beautiful CEO's side piece. The other students, in mocking tones, announced their backgrounds one by one. Ascension Precision Tech, Oceanic Entertainment Group, East China Elite Law Firm. One after another. The atmosphere shifted instantly. Julian's expression changed. He never dreamed that these young guys in front of him were the crown princes of the city's elite. Victoria was burning with anxiety, losing control. Shut up. I don't care who you are. Tell me, where's my husband? Seems that guy really isn't your husband. So you were hugging and kissing so intensely, yet you have the face to look for your husband. You. Victoria tried to compose herself. I'm not arguing with you. Just answer me. Was there a couple kissing in here just now? So what if there was? You know them. The man was my husband. Everyone's face changed, not just Carter's. What's your husband's name? David Miller. So you are the professor's wife. Who are you people? We are Professor Miller's students. Hearing they were my students, Julian's spine straightened instantly. His tone became aggressive. A bunch of punks pretending to be rich kids. To afford one trip to the vortex, you probably have to deliver food for 6 months, right? Carter knew exactly how to hit a nerve. He laughed coldly. Does a homewrecker like you have the right to speak? Piss off. Kid, don't think spending here once makes you high class. Julian looked around. Took plenty of photos to post on Instagram to fake wealth, didn't you? Carter laughed in disbelief. He snapped his fingers. A slightly panicked waiter ran in from the door. Tell this cheating trash how much this room costs. Supreme VIP 008. Minimum spend $10,000 per session. And tell him how much I spend. Mr. Banks, you have an annual membership. $5 million deposit base. Carter glanced at Julian, smiling without warmth. Trash, did you hear that? Julian had been enduring, but being called trash and homewrecker repeatedly finally broke him. You social bottom feeder garbage. Stop pretending. Kneel and apologize right now, and I might consider forgiving you. Otherwise, I'll make sure you can't survive in this city. Carter grinned. Boys, in this city, there's actually someone who dares ask me to kneel. Carter, why talk to him? Get him. The group swarmed, pinned Julian to the ground without a word, and started beating him. You dare hit me? You're done for. Mommy, not the face. Vicky, save me. Wine bottles, shoe soles, trash cans, everything rained down on him. While Julian wailed, Victoria had already vanished. Carter walked over, grabbing Julian by the hair. Still want me to kneel? No, I don't dare. Your name is Julian Black, right? Listen well. I hate male whores who wreck families, especially my teacher's family. I was wrong, never again. Julian begged, while gritting his teeth. What a coward. Carter grabbed a bottle of red wine and shoved it into Julian's mouth, forcing it down. Don't be shy. This bottle is $2,000. My treat. The waiter hid by the door, watching nervously, shaking his head. While Suite 008 was in chaos, I had reached the parking lot. Behind me, Leo and Elena chased after me. Professor, are you okay? Leo asked with concern, glancing nervously at Elena. Don't worry, I'm fine. But how can you swallow this insult? I raised my left hand again. The empty ring finger stated my position. Leo, if it's convenient, find me a divorce lawyer. Divorce? Elena grabbed my arm. David, you really want a divorce? I pretended to casually withdraw my arm and said slowly, divorce is a good thing for both me and Victoria. Leo couldn't believe it. Finding a lawyer is easy, but, Professor, can you really let go? I only hold on if it's worth it. Yes, Victoria wasn't worth it anymore. Okay, I'll find the best divorce lawyer. Elena grabbed my arm again. Don't wait for a designated driver. Come on, my driver will take you. No need. Let's go. Elena bossily pulled me toward her luxury car. Leo watched our backs, shaking his head, muttering to himself, Sis, if you're using Professor Miller as a shield against arranged marriage, you're going to regret it. He's the kind of man who quits smoking cold turkey. Downstairs, Elena told the driver to leave first, then push me into the elevator. Going to my place? Not welcome. A day ago, I would never have agreed to this. Since moving into this apartment, outsiders rarely visited, let alone strange women. The only female outsider was the nanny. Welcome, just nothing good to host you with. Tap water is fine. Not that bad. No signal in the elevator. As soon as we stepped out, several missed call notifications popped up. All for Victoria. Good. Saves me the trouble of hanging up. Inside, Elena spun around, pulling me to the sofa. Small but nice. Can't compare to your family's villa. You could buy a villa. Elena leaned in. Or move into mine. Stop joking. I stood up quickly, heading to the kitchen. Wait, I'll get you a drink. Before I reached the kitchen, I heard a lighter flick. When I returned with a soda, Elena was coughing violently. I snatched the cigarette. Easy, don't choke. Why are you smoking? It's your cigarette. I want to taste it. Silly girl, this pack is years old. What? Elena choked again, spraying soda on my face and her shirt. Why keep a pack so long? I used to smoke one while lesson planning. Later, Victoria forbids smoking in the house. Never smoked again. Just broke the streak today. Elena tilted her head, eyes rolling playfully. So, Professor Miller, what's the plan? I'm a poor man, but I don't lack loyalty to my partner. So I don't like flawed love. Besides, the love is pretty much gone. You don't plan to give Victoria another chance. I picked up a cigarette, but give her 10 chances, 100 chances, the part of this cigarette that turned to ash can't be restored. Elena leaned her face close again. Good. I'll handle your divorce case. I'll make sure you get more assets. I laughed. I'm a poor teacher. Where would assets come from? Maybe 10 grand in savings. 3 years ago, when Victoria's company took off, she covered the household expenses so I could save a little. All right, she gave me $1,000 a month for allowance. As for marital assets, there wasn't much to divide. The company was hers. I didn't want to take advantage. Elena looked at me skeptically. David, jokes have limits. How can you only have 10 grand? Oh, how much should I have? Annual patent licensing fees alone are over 10 million. Patent? What patent? Remember the new motor coolant project? I thought for a moment. I remember, but that project failed. The cooling efficiency didn't meet standards. I know that, Elena explained. But to increase capacity, didn't you research an auxiliary hydrophilic material? Yes, the booster agent. That's the one. It can totally replace hyaluronic acid, and the dermal penetration rate is double. So what? Elena stood up in shock, staring at me. Do you really not understand? Using that hydrophilic material in beauty products is revolutionary. But I never sold that patent. Lying to me again? Elena pulled out her phone, searched, and held it to my face. 3 years ago, you transferred it to this company. When I saw the words Sterling Beauty Group, I froze. That was Victoria's company. 3 years ago, I vaguely remembered being busy in the kitchen when Victoria brought a pile of documents for me to sign. Hubby, this is insurance I bought for you. Hubby, this is the school's safety notice for Lily. Hubby, this is your physical exam report. Victoria was rarely clingy. I didn't even look, just signed hurriedly. By the time I finished cooking, Victoria was gone, leaving only the nanny with our daughter. I took the phone, clicked on transfer fee. It showed a 10-year term, annual payment, $12,000. $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month. No wonder. Victoria had long since shifted her affections, but kept up the charade of marriage. What's wrong? Elena asked, seeing my face. I think I want to live in a villa. Elena Greeked in it. I wonder if Professor Miller likes the houses at Riverview Estates. Wait for me. I'll pack some things. Okay. Elena looked at the soda stains on her clothes. I'll take a shower and rest. Bumpy flight. Actually, there wasn't much to pack. Just some important documents shoved into the suitcase. Then I opened my phone, printed the family photo Julian sent me, and put in the living room frame. Victoria, you guys are the happy family of 3. Looking at the photo in my hand, the foolishly smiling me, the cold her, it was truly ironic. The sound of a key turning came from the door. I tossed the photo into the trash. Just as I stood up, Victoria stormed in. In my previous perception, she was always an intellectual, dignified woman. But now, with her bright red lipstick, she looked indescribably seductive, with a hint of something cheaper. Truly, a change in mindset changes how you see a person. Slap. Victoria didn't say a word. She walked straight up to me and slapped me hard across the face. Then came the hysterical screaming. David, why didn't you answer the phone? Lily is in the hospital. Did you know? I've been guarding her alone until now. Do you deserve to be a father? No sense of responsibility at all. I've supported you, spoiled you. Is this how you act? So brazen. Are you deaf? Answer me. I rubbed my face and said coldly, your daughter is in the hospital. What does that have to do with me? Victoria couldn't believe it. David, what are you saying? What do you mean, my daughter? Lily isn't your daughter? Is she? You know best. Make yourself clear. Victoria's tone was still domineering, but she was clearly shaken. I'm too lazy to waste words with you. Fine, David, what is this attitude? Our daughter had an allergic reaction, almost died, and you don't care, just sitting here being sarcastic. What do you want? I sat calmly on the sofa and asked back, why did your daughter have an allergic reaction? What did she eat that she shouldn't have? Where did she go that she shouldn't have? Victoria panicked slightly, stubbornly saying, "How should I know? You were with her all day. How can you not know? You can't even take care of your own daughter. Do you deserve to be a mother? Your responsibility went to the dogs." Victoria was dumbfounded. She never dreamed that I, who always held her in the palm of my hand and treated her like a treasure, would speak to her so rudely. No, I was interrogating her. "Hubby, what's wrong with you? How can you talk to me like this? All day. Couldn't you call once to check on me and Lily?" "Sorry, Ms. Sterling, I was explicitly excluded from your birthday party." And I stared into her dodging eyes, enunciating every word. "You requested it yourself. You told me not to bother you. What did you call me? Ms. Sterling?" "I get it." Victoria stiffened, crossing her arms. "You're throwing a tantrum because I didn't let you come to the party, right? I told you, today was for the girls. It's inappropriate for a man to be there. You're making a scene over such a small thing? For a grown man, why are you so petty?" A wave of nausea rose from my stomach. I turned my head away. Looking at Victoria's lying face for one more second, I feared I might vomit. "So, my wife cheats, my daughter calls a strange man daddy, and I can't be upset, or I'm petty, not a gentleman. Ms. Sterling, don't misunderstand. I have zero interest in your party." "Fine, I don't want to argue." Victoria threw down her coat and sat on the sofa. "I'm tired. Go to the hospital immediately and take care of our daughter." "I don't have time." "What did you say?" "I don't have time." Victoria's exquisite features seemed to warp. She pointed a trembling finger at me. "David, you don't care if your daughter lives or dies." "What do you mean?" "It means I'm busy. Even if I weren't, I don't want to." "You bastard." Victoria slapped me again. I didn't dodge. I took it solidly. The same spot instantly swelled. Slap. The sound was loud. Based on the pain, I could judge Victoria's feelings. She was shocked. Shocked I didn't dodge. Shocked she used so much force. "Hubby, I didn't mean to." "You." Suddenly, she saw a cigarette but on the table. Her expression turned to disbelief. "You smoked and drank?" "David, you promised me. No touching alcohol or tobacco. I'm running around the hospital. Our daughter is hovering between life and death. And you're here living it up? If I knew you were this kind of man, I stood up abruptly, asking sternly, "You'd what? You're yelling at me? David, you dare yell at me?" Victoria grabbed my collar. "All these years, how much have I sacrificed for this family? Do you have a conscience?" I threw off her hand. "Ms. Sterling, whatever you did for your family has nothing to do with me. I used too much force." Victoria fell onto the sofa, looking shocked. "You're going to use domestic violence on me? David, you animal." Just then, the front door opened. Chloe and Madison barged in rudely. Seeing me, their faces showed disdain. Then seeing Victoria on the sofa, they immediately feigned concern. "Vicky, what happened? Did David hit you?" "David, you scum, actually hitting a woman." "Loser, soft rice man. What can you do besides bully women?" I looked at the two of them, self-righteous and arrogant, and my disgust peaked. "Shut up. Who do you think you are? Coming into my house screaming? Get the hell out." Chloe and Madison were shocked too. They couldn't imagine that I, usually submissive in front of outsiders, would dare yell at Victoria's besties. "David, did you take the wrong meds? Why are you yelling?" "Your house. This house, the furniture, everything here was bought with Vicky's money." "Who are you?" I glanced at Victoria and sneered. "Did you tell them you bought everything here? Cross your heart and tell me, what have you bought for this house in all these years?" Victoria showed a trace of panic. "David, what do you mean?" "Literal meaning. From a tube of toothpaste to this apartment. Did you spend a dime?" "I didn't buy things, but I gave you money every month." Chloe chimed in sarcastically. "Humph, thought you were capable, but you're just spending Vicky's money. Stop pretending." Madison looked scornful. "A grown man, kept by a woman. David, you should know gratitude." I laughed, holding up one finger. "Gratitude? $1,000 a month. You can't hire a nanny for that, can you? Utilities cost more than that. Besides, even that $1,000 I earned. Right, Ms. Sterling?" Victoria saw I was fearless and panicked more, wondering if I knew her secret. "Enough, David. Don't change the subject." Chloe sat down, hugging Victoria dramatically. "You are just a waste who doesn't even care about his own daughter." Madison fawned. "By the way, Vicky, when we came back, the doctor found Lily's allergen. It was yellow peaches." "Yellow peaches?" "There were no yellow peaches on the birthday cake. I specifically ordered it." "Oh, not the cake. At the Vortex, Julian ordered a fruit salad for Lily. It had." Hearing this, Victoria and Chloe almost simultaneously coughed loudly, interrupting her. Madison realized she almost slipped up. If I went to the Vortex to check the passionate kiss on the public screen, couldn't be hidden. Watching the three of them conspire, I felt sick. Sickeningly worse than seeing them kiss. As a husband, I had never truly entered my wife's world. What a failure. It seems the impulsive decision to divorce was the most correct one of my life. At least I could salvage a shred of dignity. Seeing me unmoved, Victoria laughed awkwardly out of guilt. David, you didn't hear clearly. At the birthday party, the hotel gave a fruit salad. Lily ate it and had a reaction. Lying to my face without blushing. Ms. Sterling, I'm not interested in your affairs. Seeing I was turning to leave, Victoria grabbed me. Hubby blamed me. I shouldn't have lost my temper as soon as I got back. It's just that Lily was hospitalized. I felt so helpless. I wished you were there with me. Is that true? Of course, you're my husband, my rock. Victoria suddenly remembered something, digging through her bag. Hubby, look, I even brought you a gift. Chloe immediately followed up. David, Vicky is just too good to you. It's her birthday, but she brought you a gift. Madison said, as a bestie, I really feel it's not worth it for Vicky. Apologize properly, and maybe she'll forgive you. Victoria stopped them. You too, stop it. David is my husband. Whatever I do for him is right. I took the so-called gift, my heart freezing. The free gift tag hadn't even been torn off. I gave Victoria a grateful look, finally feeling absolutely zero emotion. No sadness, anger, excitement, disgust. Only the calm reserved for strangers. For me? Yes, for you. Thanks. Hubby, why thank me? As long as you like it. Seeing the mood soften, Victoria immediately said, I neglected you recently. After Lily gets out of the hospital, let's take a family trip abroad. Amidst her chatter, I tossed the gift into the trash can. Thanks, I don't want it. The smile froze on Victoria's face. Anger immediately spread. David, what is the meaning of this? I've humbled myself to apologize. What more do you want? I gave you a gift, and you threw it away? I said calmly. I just properly disposed of garbage. Garbage? You call my gift garbage? Yes. How dare you? Oh, why wouldn't I dare? Victoria, the garbage in front of me isn't just this gift. Clearly, Victoria's focus shifted. She stepped back, asking in disbelief. Victoria? You call me by my full name. Sorry, Ms. Sterling. David. Victoria was hysterical again. I order you pick it up. I stepped back. Do I look like a garbage collector? Fine. I'll count to 5. If you don't pick it up, I will. But think clearly. If I pick it up, I'd rather throw it away than give it to you. I made a pleased gesture, hands in pockets, looking indifferent. 1, 2, 3, 5. I interrupted her, stepping back again. Victoria gritted her teeth, bent down, and pulled the gift from the trash. She also pulled out a photo. The family portrait. The gift fell from Victoria's hand back into the bin. Her hand clutched the photo, her whole body trembling. David, what is this? Did you do this? Correct. Why? I told you, just properly handling garbage. Victoria's eyes filled with tears. She waved the photo, asking word by word. Now, even a family photo is garbage? Do you have this family in your heart at all? Seeing Victoria cry, Chloe and Madison comforted her while targeting me. David, you really are a bastard. How has Vicky wronged you? Scumbag. I laughed. I threw away the trash. The new photo is already up. Victoria froze. She looked immediately. The frame indeed held a new photo, but upon closer inspection, the tears in her eyes receded. The me in the photo was replaced by Julian. Victoria grabbed it, suspecting she saw wrong. After scrutinizing it, she asked in disbelief, How do you have this photo? Does it matter? Hubby, listen my explanation. Okay, I'm listening. This is a senior from the art department, Julian Black. I know, you know. He sent the photo to me. Hubby, it's fake. He's joking, Photoshop. Oh, is this Photoshop too? I opened my phone, displaying the photo of them in bed. Victoria tried to snatch it, but I pushed her away. Fake, hubby, it's all fake. Then I'll call the police. Let forensics determine it. If it's fake, it's defamation. No. Victoria suddenly threw herself down, kneeling on the floor begging. Hubby, if you call the police, what about the company's reputation? My reputation? Lily will be hurt too. How hypocritical can a person be? Clearly I was thinking of her, but she acted as if I were harming her. Oh my God, Vicky. Chloe pulled her up, sneering. He knows everything. He's just playing you. Just admit it. Madison, exactly. David, so what if you know? Julian and Vicky were the campus king and queen. If Julian hadn't gone to Silicon Valley, if you hadn't stalked her, would Vicky have married you? Chloe, now that Julian is back, be sensible and step aside. Current you doesn't deserve Vicky. Madison, David, since you found out, I'll tell you another secret. You thought Vicky proposed to you? Do you deserve it? A poor loser from the sticks. That day Vicky prepared everything to propose to Julian. He just left the city. You were just a substitute. Victoria suddenly stood up, pushing them away, growling, "Shut up. Vicky, we are helping you." I watched this farce. I felt anger inside but couldn't let it out. The heart was dead. Anger lost its fuel. "Hubby, don't call me hubby. I don't deserve it. No, we've been married 7 years. You are my husband." Victoria wept uncontrollably. "Keeping this from you is wrong. But for the sake of our daughter, can you—" "Stop." I shook off Victoria's hand. "Daughter? Whose daughter? I have no daughter." "No," Victoria panicked. "Lily really is your daughter. Did you forget? I gave my first time to you." I laughed. "Ms. Sterling, back then we were poor, but you surely had enough money for a hymenoplasty." Victoria's expression froze. Soon, driven by shame and anger, she raised her arm again. This time, I didn't let her. I caught her wrist, and with a backhand, slapped her across the face. Victoria covered her face, shooting a look of venomous hatred at me. "David, you're crazy. You dare hit Vicky. Hitting a woman? Are you a man?" Chloe and Madison, shocked, opened fire on me. I didn't back down, channeling years of their insults into power. Slap, slap, one slap for each. "Listen, you two bitches. From now on, don't act arrogant in front of me. I have been silent too long." My anger probably looked demonic to them. Victoria knew she was in the wrong and feared the patent issue leaking, so she lunged, hugging me tight. "Hubby, I was wrong. Forgive me." Just then, Madison, like she discovered a new continent, picked up a cigarette butt. "Vicky, look, what is this?" I looked. The butt had a lipstick mark. My heart sank. That was the cigarette Elena just smoked. Victoria took it, her attitude instantly shifting. "David, what is this? This isn't my shade." Suddenly, the bedroom door opened. A lazy voice drifted out. "David, why so loud?" All eyes turned. A curvaceous figure walked out of the bedroom. It was my first time seeing this too. Elena was wearing my shirt, loosely exposing shoulder, long white legs bare, hair messy, eyes sleepy. "David, who is she? Why is she in our bedroom?" Seeing Victoria about to charge, I grabbed her, shielding Elena behind me. "Ms. Sterling, what are you doing?" Victoria shook, pointing at me. Good. I said you were acting strange today. It must be because of this woman." "Who is she?" Before I spoke, Elena hugged my arm, saying provocatively, "I'm Elena Vance." "Ms. Sterling, we meet again." "Nah. You're that homewrecker." "Ms. Sterling, watch your language." "David, you're defending her?" Victoria teared up. "I get it. You slut, seducing my husband." Elena hugged tighter, saying calmly, "Yes, I seduced him." Victoria rushed over. I pushed her to the floor, looking down. "Victoria, don't think everyone is as dirty as you. Elena and I are innocent." "Innocent?" Victoria gritted her teeth. "Years ago, you had that student-teacher affair. I was kept in the dark. You cheated long ago." Madison and Chloe wanted to help, but were scared off by my fierce look. I moved Elena's hand aside and walked slowly to Victoria. "Victoria, who are you performing deep affection for?" "Your daughter is named Lily. Si Xia, thinking of Xia. Your company is named Sterling, Xia AI, loving Xia. You've always been devoted to Julian. You deceived me for 7 years. So what if I cheated? Throw whatever mud you want, but I'm telling you, Elena just returned today. Don't drag her into this." Victoria, having caught my leverage, wouldn't let go. She stood up coldly. "Elena?" Calling her so intimately. "David, to defend your mistress, you really have no shame. Didn't you hear her say we met again? So what? If she just returned today, how could she meet me again? I've only heard of her, never seen her." Elena rubbed her hair, sneering. "Ms. Sterling, you really have a bad memory. Need a reminder?" "You, what do you mean?" "The vortex. Kissing contest." Victoria's look of feigned anger instantly turned to panic. She tried hard to cover it. "I don't know what you're talking about." Madison realized suddenly, grabbing Victoria. "Vicky," I said the man on the screen was David. Chloe chimed in. "That woman was you? Making out with a married man in public. You have no shame." Elena reacted fast. Before Chloe finished, a slap landed on her face. "I have no shame? A married woman starting a kissing match with her white moonlight. That's dignified? You dare hit me? Hitting toxic friends needs a special date." Elena hid behind me after slapping her, taunting them. I was secretly shocked and ashamed. Elena was decisive. "Vicky, look how arrogant David is." "Yeah, Vicky, can't spoil him anymore." Victoria stood motionless, locking eyes with me. After a long while, she turned to the sycophants behind her. "Get out." "Vicky, what?" I said, "Get out. Get out of my house." "Vicky, are you crazy?" It's all your fault. Challenging some kissing contest. Otherwise, would David have seen? Get out. Victoria screamed. The two were angry but didn't dare offend Victoria, leaving resentfully. David, no, hubby, I chased him away. You're not mad, right? Victoria's sorrowful eyes, crystal tears, her killer move. In the past, no matter what, I'd forgive her. She believed she'd succeed this time too. I pushed her away gently. Victoria, let's divorce. Hearing divorce, Victoria turned to stone. But I was sincere. Victoria, your friends were right. I don't deserve you anymore. I'm sorry I made you suffer with me for so many years. But I insist. I never hurt you during the marriage. Let's part amicably. Victoria seemed stupefied, shaking her head, mumbling, You want to divorce me? I don't believe it. You loved me for 7 years. No matter what I did, you tolerated and forgave me. This time is the same. No, Victoria, this time is different. I may be poor, but I don't collect trash. You say I'm dirty? Fine, I'm dirty. Okay, let's divorce. Elena looked at me with adoration, which triggered Victoria's nerves further. I know, you want a divorce to be with this woman, right? Dream on. I admit, I neglected you. You're a man, you have needs. Hubby, she's dressed like that in our bed. I already forgave you. Look, I'm not bad either. You chased her away. Tonight, I'll satisfy you properly. I felt nauseous, especially since the usually high and mighty Victoria was now acting coy and debased. It wasn't hard to imagine how wild she played with Julian. Don't judge others by yourself. Elena is technically your junior from college. Victoria saw I was unmoved and glared at Elena. Junior? I think she's your lover. Say what you want. I glanced at the replaced family photo. After all, you have a lover too. He's your senior. Victoria desperately explained that Julian was just a nostalgic crush, an impulse, and she truly loved me. Victoria, 7 years. An impulse lasts 7 years. You love me? Yet you let our daughter call a strange man daddy. Screw your white moonlight. I only know I have a green prairie on my head. I didn't want to argue anymore. I grabbed Elena's hand and dragged the suitcase toward the door. Victoria blocked the door. I thought we'd have to tussle, but her phone rang. I glanced at it. Screen name, Love of My Life. Victoria looked at me awkwardly, continuing to lie. Hubby, don't go. It's the company, urgent matter. Answer it. Victoria lowered her voice. Why are you calling? Vicky, I was beaten by David. Nonsense, he is at home. How could he beat you? It was the thugs he hired. I'm at the hospital. Doctor says it's dangerous. Can you come see me? I'll send Madison and Chloe. They're here, but the doctor needs family to sign. You know my family isn't in the city. I had one foot out the door but paused. Victoria, how will you choose? I'm coming right now. I smiled self-mockingly. What was I expecting? At the community gate, Elena shivered. She was only wearing a shirt. I took off my jacket and draped it over her. Sorry, I wronged you today. No, actually, I think you were handsome today. I'm just a loser. Don't say that. Elena hugged my neck, lips close, breath warm. The man I choose is never a loser. As we spoke, a car arrived. Victoria hurried downstairs and saw us. What are you doing? I didn't speak. I threw the luggage in the trunk, opened the door, and let Elena in. Victoria blocked the door. I make one call, and you can't wait to leave, pointing at Elena. With her? David, explain. What's there to explain? Aren't you leaving too? I have urgent company business. Go on then. Go play. Your love of my life is waiting. How did you know? Victoria panicked. David, listen to me. Did you know that group of students beat him up? Come to the hospital with me. Apologize to Julian, and he won't press charges. I push her hand away. Apologize? No need. Let him call the police. David, don't be ungrateful. If he presses charges, you're the instigator. I sneered. Seems my years of teaching paid off. How long will you be stubborn? I got in the car, locking the door. Go. Go have fun. Your love of my life might become a regret of a lifetime. The car started. Victoria banged on the window crazily. Elena shook her head. This woman is both evil and stupid. Stupid. David, I had Leo investigate Julian. Anything wrong? You are confused too. An art school dropout doing research? He has a nickname, the Duck King of the Northwest. Expert at licking rich women's toes. I smiled bitterly. Julian's lies couldn't withstand scrutiny. The problem was, love makes people blind, and Victoria chose to believe. I muttered, walk drunk, and sing madly. David, what? Changing how I live. It's good. Riverview Estates. As soon as we entered, we encountered an awkward situation. Leo was there. Seeing Elena's state, he pulled me aside. Professor, no, brother-in-law. At least leave my sister some stockings. Don't talk nonsense, Elena and I. Elena? Oh, no need to explain. Leo looked satisfied. I get it. Passion took over. You get nothing. Elena kicked him. What are you doing here? Heaven's witness. It's for your husband. Leo hugged my shoulder. Who told you not to answer the phone? Elena's focus was obviously on the word husband. She blushed and ran inside. I was helpless and didn't want to explain. What is it? Oh, brother-in-law, that guy Julian got taught a lesson by Carter. Did they really beat him? That's not important. Leo waved it off. Key is tomorrow. Vance Enterprises has an investment signing. The party is Victoria's company? Right. 3 years ago, Sterling Beauty developed a new formula, popular overseas. So the group kept investing. Leo, business is business. I won't interfere. Leo frowned. Brother-in-law, if business is business, we won't invest. Why? Sterling Beauty won't transfer the patent. Fees are too high. Even if products sell, profits are low. Just that. Speak straight. Okay. Before, it was out of respect for your relationship with Victoria. Plus her company expanded. If we pull capital. I was thinking when Elena walked out changed. You're not leaving? Sis, talking business. I looked at Elena. You knew about Victoria's company? David, I didn't want to bother you with small things. I was grateful. I told Leo, business is business. Done. Sending Leo off. Elena looked pale and anxious. David, is this okay? You haven't divorced yet. At this juncture, if Vance Enterprises pulled out, Victoria's company would hit a cash crisis. Unless she got fast financing, she'd have to sell the patent. I'm not interested in her affairs. What about the child? Don't you want to plan for her? She has a new daddy. Elena leaned in. Will you regret it? I didn't speak. Emotions surged. Poor people don't have the right to regret. The next day, before morning classes ended, the dean called me to his office. A termination notice lay on the desk. The dean was troubled and apologetic. He explained the decision wasn't his or the department's. I guess why? Is it related to Victoria? The dean stopped hiding it. David, Sterling Beauty is a major donor. Victoria is an honorary trustee. Also, you causing trouble outside affects the school's reputation. I caused trouble. You led a mob to smash up a club, hospitalized the Sterling manager, and sexually harassed women. It's all over the internet. The dean handed me his phone. I looked. Besides photos of Julian wrapped like a mummy, Madison and Chloe had posted exposures that David is a pervert, filming in women's restrooms. Caught red-handed, he got angry and ordered thugs to attack. Does such scum deserve to teach? I clenched my fist, turned, and walked out. Once judged by the court of public opinion, don't try to explain. Holding my box, I stood at the school gate, feeling like I woke from a nightmare. A luxury car pulled up. Elena. You know? Yeah, Julian's doing. I smiled bitterly. Julian dared because Victoria allowed it. David changed clothes. Elena pulled out a bespoke suit. She started undoing my buttons. What for? Accompany me to the investment conference. Me? Yes. From now on, you're the CEO of Vance Beauty. Elena pulled me into the grand hall of the Han Imperial Hotel. The city's annual merchant conference was underway. As soon as we entered, we bumped into Julian. One hand on Victoria's waist, one holding wine, chatting up guests. Manager Black is handsome and capable. President Sterling is elegant. A match made in heaven. Indeed, Sterling Group's patent is a miracle in the industry. While speaking, my daughter Lily ran over, throwing herself into Julian's arms, calling Daddy Julian sweetly. More flattery followed. Manager Black, your daughter is cute. The crystal of your love, a true princess. Victoria leaned closer, blushing. Suddenly, she felt someone staring. She turned, meeting my cold eyes. David. Victoria instinctively pulled away from Julian. This made Julian unhappy. He pulled her back forcefully. Mommy, what's wrong? Lily saw me too. Pointing. David, why are you here? Mommy said you don't deserve high-class places. Lily, hush. Wow, Mommy is mean. Julian acted the benevolent father, picking Lily up. Vicky, don't scare Lily. Behind them, Chloe and Madison walked over with wine, sneering. David, wearing street trash clothes to this place? One person lowers the whole events class. Victoria walked over. David, how did you get in? Go back. This is high society. You don't fit. High society? What you do is pretty low. David, I don't want to argue. Victoria maintained her aloof lady persona. We'll settle the harassment of Madison and Chloe later. Victoria, mind your own business. I glanced at the besties. I'm not like you. So hungry you'd eat anything. Victoria flushed. David, how did you become so vile? What should I be? Thankful you cuckolded me? Too arrogant. You. Julian walked over holding Lily, acting scared. David, we have misunderstandings. If you're unhappy, apologize to me. Or hit me again. He moved closer, then suddenly fell back, dropping Lily too. Lily! Victoria screamed, splashing red wine on my face. Julian screamed, David, hit me fine, but why hurt your own daughter? Victoria helped up the crying Lily. Lily yelled, Smelly David. Mommy, I don't want him as daddy anymore. Victoria was furious. She walked over, raising her hand to my face. However, another hand moved faster, slapping her hard. Slap, silence. Victoria looked shocked at Elena, rubbing her palm. David, my hand hurts. Why be so silly? I looked at Victoria, holding Elena's hand. Her face is so thick, of course it hurts. The commotion grew. A crowd of elites gathered, whispering, phones out. Isn't that the pervert? Filming in toilets. Now hitting people here. Who is he to President Sterling? Chloe charged. Another glass of wine splashed on me. She screamed, Everyone, this is David Miller, President Sterling's ex-husband, a soft rice eater, using her money to keep a mistress. Madison added. He peeked in the club and ordered thugs to beat Manager Black. The crowd was indignant, condemning me. I ignored them, staring coldly at Victoria. She sat indifferent, letting them slander me, staring at me with venom. Victoria, I shouldn't have had any illusions. Before I spoke, Elena stepped forward, glaring at Madison and Chloe. The mistress you mentioned, is it me? Yes, it's you. You and David doing dirty things in the club. We caught you. Chloe, shameless woman, should be drowned in a pig cage. Victoria walked over. I shielded Elena. Good, David, not hiding anymore. We are innocent. You are my husband, clinging to her, and you say innocent. Correction, I looked at Chloe. Ex-husband. We aren't divorced. But you betrayed the marriage, didn't you? Julian rushed to block Victoria. David, come at me. Don't bully Vicky. Madison gloated. David, see? Only a good man like Julian deserves Vicky. Everyone. David is the third wheel. He interfered with Julian and Vicky's love, stalking our Vicky. I watched the clowns perform, listened to the insults, my heart flat. The crowd booed. Splash. A glass of wine hit Elena. It was Lily. Lily, what are you doing? Who taught you that? Smelly David, smelly woman. Don't bully Mommy and Daddy Julian. I am your father. Don't call me by name. I broke, seeing the daughter I cherish become so twisted. Lily, what? David, yelling at your daughter for a slut. Abandoning wife and child. Scum. The crowd incited, pointing fingers. I shook, pointing at Victoria. Is this how you teach her? Why yell? It's just wine. I'll pay for the dress. Elena fixed her hair, smiling. Fine. J&D custom. Can't pay. I'll give a discount. Faking it. J&D only made one custom dress this year. President Sterling, you have seen the world. Surely you can tell. Elena took off her brooch, showing it. OMG, that craftsmanship can't be fake. The badge is cloud brocade. That dress is at least 6 million. Victoria's pupils quaked. She forced calm. Just a knockoff bought online. A familiar, arrogant voice came from behind. President Sterling, your taste is terrible. Bad taste in clothes, worse in men. My sister wearing a knockoff? Joke of the year. Leo and Carter. The room buzzed. They didn't know Elena, but everyone knew this second-generation ancestor, Leo Vance. Victoria was confused but eager, greeting him. Mr. Vance, welcome. We welcome your continued investment. Leo sneered, finding Julian. You're Julian Black? Julian was flattered. Mr. Vance, I am Julian, GM of Sterling Group. You healed fast. What? Leo punched Julian in the face. He fell. Leo told Carter, see, hit like this. Carter laughed. Yesterday this grandson was crying for mercy, boring. Victoria gasped, hugging Julian. Mr. Vance, why hit people? Hit him, so what? Leo leaned down. Julian, gonna call the cops? Julian knew Carter. He realized the bragging yesterday was real. Mr. Vance, Mr. Thanks, I was blind. Julian crawled up, dumping Victoria. Sirs, please forgive me. Leo frowned, disgusted. Ms. Sterling, I was right. Your taste in men sucks. Elena said, Leo, stop playing. Business. Leo nodded. 2 men entered with files. Brother-in-law. I whispered, don't call me that. Sooner or later. Leo handed the file. Group legal. Divorce agreement. What agreement? Victoria snatched it. Reading it, she shook. David, you really want a divorce? Think I'm joking? Or playing hard to get? Stop watching soap operas. Madison, David, you deserve to divorce Vicky? Vicky should dump you. Bitch, shut up. A slap to Madison scared off Chloe. I don't agree. Then what? Continue being fake husband and wife. Fake. I lived with you 7 years, bore a daughter, supported the house. Victoria, you disgust me. Say the self-move drama. Sign it. Victoria gritted her teeth, tearing the paper. Confetti fell. Don't dream of abandoning us to be happy with your mistress. Victoria was hysterical. She knew Elena's identity, but didn't care. It's okay, Ms. Sterling. Legal has plenty. Tear away. Useless. I won't agree. Elena whispered. David, I did something behind your back. Don't be mad. What? Elena looked at Carter. Carter smiled, evilly clapping. The screen started playing. The footage from a vortex. Victoria and Julian making out. Turn it off. Off. Victoria screamed. Then my chat logs. Julian's taunts. Finally, the family photo. Holy crap, President Sterling plays hard. Cuckolded her husband publicly. Hooked up 7 years ago. Public opinion flipped. David, you okay? Elena, thanks. Carter spoke. Everyone. These two sluts said Professor Miller molested them. Want to see how? Everyone froze. The screen switched. Hotel room. Julian hugging Madison and Chloe. The threesome scene exposed. Off. Turn it off. The three went mad, rushing for the power. An investment conference turned into a farce. I realized Elena arranged it all. Looking at the soul-lost Victoria, I left one sentence. See you at the Civil Affairs Bureau in 3 days. That day, Elena, as acting CEO of Vance Enterprises, announced terminating all cooperation with Sterling Beauty. A death sentence for Victoria's company. No one in the city would touch her. Learning this, I felt mixed emotions. When did love mutate? Desire and greed corroding marriage. With evidence public, opinion turned. Columbia called to rehire me. I refused. 3 days later. Bureau. Victoria pulled me, refusing to enter. David. I changed the company name to Love David Beauty. And Lily. Her name is Si Young. Thinking of David. Victoria. Useless now. Useful. Hubby. 7 years through wind and rain. You won't leave us, right? I pushed her away. I only went through wind and rain. I didn't get on the boat. No. Victoria rushed. Lily hugged my leg. I cut off Julian. We will be a happy family. Daddy, don't leave Si Young. I waited for them to calm down. Victoria, keep causing a scene. I sue for divorce. Why? Victoria wept, gritting teeth. I just made a mistake all women make. Right. Mistakes have punishments. Have you been punished? You don't act deep. I looked at the distant car. Let Julian out. Victoria turned panic. Julian peeked out. You can forgive the man who banged your besties? Disgusting. Did he say he made a mistake all men make? A perfect pair. Shut up. Fine, divorce. But you leave with nothing. Stop pretending? Good. Victoria waved. Julian ran over with the agreement. Sign. Elena stopped me. Let legal check. No need. I signed. Victoria snatched it, huddled with Julian, smiling. Let's go. Victoria wiped tears, marching in. I tried to follow. Julian blocked me. David, I won. Oh, won what? Victoria chose me. So what? A car driven for 7 years. I don't mind gifting it. Julian turned green. He thought I'd be humiliated. I pushed him aside. Moments later, holding the divorce certificate, I walked to Elena. David, congrats on freedom. Thanks. Victoria and Julian came out, smiling, holding marriage certificates. Praising Lily. Lily, good acting. I ignored them, holding Elena's hand. Wait. Victoria yelled. David, truth is, even without Vance Capital, my patent attracts international investors. Soon we move abroad. Seeing her gloating, Elena got angry. I stopped her. Victoria, you're in a good mood. Of course. If you stayed a house husband, I wouldn't hurt you. But you provoked Julian. True. I wanted to leave a path. Seems unnecessary. Victoria changed color. She knew I didn't make empty threats. But she was confident in the patent. Stop scaring me. Julian hugged her. Vicky, let's go to the villa. Hiding was hard. He looked at me. David, Vicky bought a house in Riverview Estates. You didn't know? You don't deserve to live there. Number 13? You know. I just know 13 is unlucky. I turned. Victoria grabbed me. What did you mean? You'll know in 3 days. On the way back, Elena looked at me. David, how are you so stable? I laughed. What emotion should I have? Hysterical? Violent? We are adults. Think of consequences. Love is a luxury. One flaw devalues it. No need to linger. Like a moldy apple. Looks shiny, but only fit for mold. Normal people won't bite. Elena looked unwilling. I took out a file. New formula. Complete process route. With this, You don't need to marry for business. Really? Elena was overjoyed. David, did you plan this from the start? No. The patent Victoria took was a byproduct. To match cooling, I lowered hydrophilic efficiency. This formula is better. 3 days later, Vance Enterprises announced a new generation hydrophilic formula, perfectly bypassing Victoria's patent, double effect, safer. The industry shook. Sterling stock crashed. 4th day, Elena went to arrange production. I took my luggage, walking out of Riverview Estates. The villa was luxury. I was just a guest. On the train home, I saw news. Breaking. Sterling Group Jim, Julian Black, and staff embezzled funds, attempted to flee. Police investigating. I turned off the phone. Looking out the window, prosperity receded like a dream. The countryside appeared. That is reality. 1 year later, I became a rural teacher, like a cricket hiding in the wild. When the past was dusty, I helped villagers live stream produce. Thanks to chemistry knowledge, my videos on identifying organic food went viral. After showing my face, the school had a visitor. Elena. She pounced, biting me hard. Tears in eyes. David, you are cruel. Ran away, leaving me. I was speechless. Elena, I didn't expect a result with you. Then why give me the patent? You helped me. I helped you. So you don't marry someone you dislike. Elena hugged me. I like you. I want to marry you. I won't go back to the city. Then I stay. Beside, holding here. Not suitable here. Why? Red door to red door. Poor door to poor door. Victoria came from a village, but once on the bus to the city, she welded the door shut. Elena couldn't believe it. Why so futile? What era is it? Love needs bread. Try it. Maybe coarse grain nourishes love too. Besides, Elena took out a bank card. Didn't you want to make villagers rich? Your patent fees. We kissed. Children laughed around us. Love is the best thing in the world. May lovers end up together. May everyone be loyal to marriage. The world is beautiful, worth expecting. Part 2. Mandatory separators.